This is Sarah Wilkinson, one of the biggest activists from the UK. She's a very important person. She's a hero to many. She helped with many campaigns, a lot of activism, and I just wanted to help show solidarity and support for her after what the police did to her last week, which was absolutely disgusting as far as I'm concerned. Made it yesterday actually, so just quickly put it together for today. Last week I was at the Bethnal Green police station showing support for Wasim Youssef, who was brutally attacked by the police on July the 12th while he was fundraising in Whitechapel. So at the end, and I know him, so at the end of the protest, I just asked him if I could highlight what happened to Sister Sarah Wilkinson. And of course, like, we're all in solidarity together. So I briefly mentioned it there. And then I just sort of thought the idea of showing it when I'm out and about. So, yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4! Occupation no more! 5, 6, 7, 8! Israel is a terrorist state! 1, 2, 3, 4! Occupation no more! 5, 6, 7, 8! Israel is a terrorist state! Israel is a terrorist state! Israel is a terrorist state!
Personally, the only change I'm seeing is the amount of support that's coming out in the solidarity movement for Palestine. A lot more people that weren't as educated with the situation, like to do with the Nakba from 76 years ago, the ongoing genocide, and a lot of people that maybe turned a blind eye in the past because they felt like it didn't affect them, when in fact it affects all of us. It's not about showing favoritism, it's just like, it's basically just showing humanity in the right place.
They deny what's going on, they deny what we can see with our own eyes, they deny what Amnesty tell us, what Human Rights Watch tell us, what United Nations tell us. Everyone knows there's a genocide, apart from those doing the bombing and those who are desperate to defend them.
Stop the bombing now, 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 now! 1, we are the people. 2, we won't be silent. 3, stop the bombing now, 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 now!
Hi, I'm Jules and I'm from Liverpool, Scousers for Palestine. We've come to represent Liverpool and how we stand in solidarity with the people of Palestine.
And have you got a coach down today?
Yeah, we've got a coach. We've travelled from 6 a.m. and arrived here at 12:30, but it's all for a good cause, and we travel 1,000,000 hours if it meant freeing Palestine.
And is this the first London march? Or
This is the first time we've protested in London. We do the local Liverpool ones, but we thought we'd come down and show solidarity in the capital.
What's the atmosphere like today?
Yeah, amazing. Nice to see all different ethnicities, backgrounds, religion. We saw some of our Jewish brothers as well protesting and standing up for the cause, which is really nice.
Israel is a terrorist state! Israel is a terrorist state! Israel is a terrorist state! We charge you with genocide! We charge you with genocide! We charge you with genocide! It's not a you can't hide! We charge you with genocide! It's not a you can't hide! We charge you with genocide!
No, definitely not. I mean, when you look at how many people actually in the UK living now under the poverty line, and the way the government is sending our tax money over to fund Israel's genocide, is absolutely disgusting. Stand for it. That's why the people are here today in protest.
And do you see any light at the end of the tunnel?
Yeah, we have to remember that we're the majority and they're the minority, and if we stand together, then the tables will turn, and they can't play the game if we don't participate in it. Got to educate our youth.
Yeah.
As much as the mainstream pump out a lot of money into propaganda, as parents it's our duty to teach them the right things.
My name's Ash Khan. I'm an independent filmmaker and I've come from Bradford.
Okay. Did you get a coach down with people?
I get the overnight coach every time there's a march, and this is like my 15th march. I come to the London one every time, and I also go to the Bradford one. And on Monday I was outside Bradford Crown Court campaigning for the Teledyne 4, who basically shut down an Israeli weapons factory, the Teledyne weapons factory, who were sending weapons to Israel to commit genocide. So there were 4 of them, and what they did was they got onto an Israeli weapons factory's roof, that was Teledyne's in Shipley, and they caused damage to the roof to stop Teledyne from sending weapons to Israel, and those weapons are being used for genocide. And the Teledyne 4, I do not believe are criminals. I believe they are heroes. They weren't there to commit a crime, they were actually there to stop a crime being committed, and that crime is genocide. And our government and the US government are basically orchestrating that genocide with Benjamin Netanyahu and Israel. I can't see any change between the Labour Party and the Conservative Party at all, and that is because the Zionist Friends of Israel have bought out both parties, just like AIPAC has done in America, buying the American president. Yeah, I don't understand why people are voting for the mainstream parties. Look, half the public in Britain are having to basically rely on food banks they can't afford, their bills. They're having to, choose between eating and staying warm. So this government is lousy, and before the election, they said one thing, and now they are doing the complete opposite. I think we need to keep campaigning and putting pressure on our government, and we need a totally new political system where we can put pressure on our MPs, and if we get a number of signatures, like let's say 1,000 or 10,000 or something, we can actually have that person removed. Because at the moment, how can we remove our MPs? How can we remove our government if they're not doing their job? If you or me weren't doing our job, we could get fired. So why shouldn't that be the same for the Prime Minister or the government, who are meant to serve us, the people, which they are not doing? This was the first time independents really stood, and we got a few in, yeah? But I think in the next general election, if more independents stand, and if they form a party, like an independent party, where people just put their differences aside and form one party and work together to remove the 2 mainstream parties, I believe that is the way forward.
Just from South London. I haven't been able to come to many of the marches, so today's the date I could, and so I'm here, and just to show solidarity with this ongoing nightmare that doesn't seem to be ending.
I feel like there are people in the solidarity movement that have also voted for Keir Starmer. I refuse to listen to anything that man says because of everything he stands by. He fully supports Israel. He didn't want Jimmy Savile to get arrested, although he excuses that and makes up lies about it. So I can't understand anyone that would stay in his party, especially those that say that they're pro-Palestinian. I mean, to me, that's, I don't know, it doesn't make sense to me. He's on the wrong side of history, and I don't expect him to change his mind, because it's not like I'm any smarter than he is. So obviously he stands by what he believes in. So he fully believes in the genocide of the Palestinian people because he fully backs and supports Israel. So I honestly don't have nothing nice to say about Keir Starmer at all. 100%. He's made it quite clear right from the get-go what it is he wants to do. And he wants to silence people, he wants to punish people, he wants to support the ongoing genocide of Palestinian people. From what I understand and what I've been told and what I've read, It's already been reported that the police were asking Sister Sarah Wilkinson for her contacts of everybody she knows in Gaza. Now, why would the police want to have the contacts of everybody she knows in Gaza? Perhaps it's so that they could give it to the IDF and Israel to basically continuously massacre everyone she knows, because she's already lost many people, and so has many other people that have friends and family in Palestine, and of course the Palestinian people. So although I'm not Palestinian myself, just as a human being, this is all wrong. This is all wrong. I don't have anything nice to say about him. He has no shred of humanity within him. As far as I'm concerned, people like David Lammy sold their soul a very long time ago. In fact, as a black man, I'm ashamed to see people like David Lammy in politics, because it was a very long time ago, although racism is still thriving throughout the UK, as we've seen, especially more so now over the last few weeks, in the uprising of the anti-immigration and the setting alight of hotels where refugees were, seeking refuge. People like David Lammy remind me of the character that Samuel L. Jackson played in Django Unchained. That's my exact thoughts on David Lammy. It's really great to see the support in their masses of all different backgrounds. But again, people are still voting in the wrong places. Around the world we have the same problem. We're basically talking about corruption in society, in the government, and we need to vote to get the right people in. But I'm not too convinced that the right people will get in. I mean, look what happened to Corbyn. They labelled him an anti-Semite, and for those that didn't know any better then, they can clearly see that wasn't the case now. So we need to get behind perhaps our independent MPs, or they should all just form a coalition. I think I heard that last week. I'm not too accurate with that. But I really believe the people that are still in the Labour Party that claim that they believe in freedom, justice and equality, and they're for the freedom and liberation of Palestine, they need to get out of the Labour Party. In fact, they should have got out. And many people now don't want to hear anything they have to say.
Israel is the